What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Yakartiz, and this is your review for The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6. This is the reunion part 2, really quickly. So, the deep dive is going to be up probably later. It'll still be up tomorrow, but later than normal because I still haven't done a recording. Probably do that tomorrow morning because I've been busy. Get that in a second. Salt Lake City will probably follow. If not tomorrow, probably Tuesday. Reason being is Pokemon Green this is not it. This is actually Dracula's book. But I've been working on everything laid out there. So I have to do. So I want to make sure that all of that is done before Friday because it drops Friday at midnight. And I'm going to at least, I'm going to have the digital download copy. So I want to make sure that everything is ready for that because that is going to be the majority of my content from now going into next year. So I want to get that done, get that out the way. So just want to let y'all know because I'm pretty sure everybody is here for this and not necessarily for that, but just want to let you know. Also, if you like Pokemon, want to watch a playthrough and all the good jazz, come on back here. We have fun over here. All right, let's get to the review. So we pick up where we left off with Candace and Mia going back and forth, and Mia saying that her mother wanted to share her story to inspire people. That's bullshit. That's not what that was. Nevertheless, Candace says, and they're going back and forth, and she keeps saying, Mia keeps saying to Candace to pretty much shut the F up. And Candace pretty much says to her, you can't in essence, you can't disrespect me and then dictate how I respond to you. That's not how this works, which I've been saying this the whole season. I'm just saying, and just in general, you can't do so. But at the same exact time, the same goes for Mia. Because Mia is now responding, but she didn't. We're not getting deep into that. And now Mia literally says to Andy that Candace's butt whooping is long overdue and she might be the one to do it. Now, I paused right when she said that because I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. If it does, Ollie Crow, Andy's not going to correct her. Andy is not going to point that out, especially when in the book, Not All Diamonds Are Rosé, the fact that he made mention of this isn't Love and Hip Hop, this isn't Bad Girls Club, yet you literally just had a housewife just in essence make a threat to another cast member. And she did make a threat, say I might be the one to do it. But you don't check her. You don't say to her, this isn't that type of franchise. This isn't what we do. Oh, okay. All right, Andy. Now, I like Karen, but Karen, you wrong. You're wrong. Because Karen is saying to her that pretty much she needs to dial it back because it's getting to become too much. And alluded to the fact that she and Giselle, they have been zinging each other for 6 seasons, but it don't go that deep. But here's the reality. Something being deep is very subjective. Because what might be deep to you ain't deep to me. What might be deep to me might not be deep to you. It is very subjective. Yeah. And all of this is over Yo Mama. Yet if we sit here and line up all the franchises, we can go down the list of things that have been said. Okay? Even on this show. And we began the season with, Giselle having a fiery box and being a lady of the night, Hampton University, and all this other stuff. And that is just from this season that we have this. And because for me, if I'm going to be completely honest, first off, I'm not going to trip with somebody be like your mama. I'm just going to look at them just like, wow, that's very elementary. Okay, whatever. Now, if somebody tried to come for, my mental health, yeah, I think that is a bit too far. Someone sitting here, coming for my character in terms of being promiscuous, yeah, I'm going to have an issue with that. Someone alluding to the fact that I have a STI, STD, some type of, infection in the nether region, yeah, I'm going to have a problem with that. For me, that is deeper than just a blanket. Yo Mama, and I don't like how all of them are ganging up. Let me back this up. How the majority of the women are ganging up on her, trying to make her seem bad, and I wish Candace would have came like last season when Monique went to apologize to the well not well I guess explain herself to the group of women minus Candace, and how Giselle had her notepad ready. Candace, if you ever watch this, sweetheart, because you didn't do it this time, you need to while you on break go back from season one up until where you at now. Take notes on that. You don't even need a binder. Don't do the binder, but just bring a notebook and have one page for each person. So when they come at you, okay, so on season this, episode this, at this particular timestamp, you said da 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 da. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, Candace pretty much just kind of did a couple of bullet points of some of what I just said. So, hey, we're here. We not in the words of Ace Rocks. We here, but we not here. And she even began to sit here and say, because when she turned to Giselle, she said you had an STD. She said you had a fire box. You went after her husband's taxes with a T-shirt. Ashley over there, football head over there, then said Sharice had saggy, cha-chas. So, and she was even making the point that everybody body shames. And then everyone, well, speaking of body shaming, so look, I guess Candace is everybody's, target, to include the host. Again, I really wish that everybody got this same energy where it was clear, but everybody's not getting that. And it is very upsetting. And I wish that Annie would do a better job of moderating to where other people can't interject, but when you have everybody coming at one person, come on now. Come on now. It's very, very unfair. And now Candace is being asked about, pretty much does she need anger management and the whole throwing of lettuce. And Candace's whole thing is, if I feel like I'm being attacked, I'm going to respond. Wendy was asked, and she was like, well, she tends to just stick to her lane, and it is what it is. And then Candace like, okay, so should I sit here and modify my responses pretty much to coddle you? Because again, it's cause and effect. You're doing something to her. Now she is choosing to respond. Now the duration of the response is up to, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because, okay, you came for me, cool, bet. I'm going to light you up today. I'm going to light you up every time I see you until I get tired. Because had you not said or did anything to me, you wouldn't be getting none of these responses. But it is real messed up because now they're pulling this hat trick where you need to, not respond. So we can say and do whatever we want to you, but you can't sit here and respond to us because we've already painted you out to be a certain way. And then if you caught it, Karen low key was saying to her, if you keep this up, people are going to ice you out, meaning they're not going to shoot scenes with you. They're not going to invite you to events unless they are truly contractually obligated to have you there. They are not going to have you there. So if you're not shooting, you're probably either going to be a friend of the Housewives or you're not going to be on the show completely. I.e., what they did to Monique last season. Even though she did say to the women, you don't have to invite me. I'm just saying. But that's low-key what Karen is saying. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So now Andy has said that to Candace, it seemed like the women are trying to give you big sister advice. She was like, I'm okay. And I appreciate that. I might have to do a separate video where I break down why I understand Candace so much, because I see a lot of myself in her. We're not that far apart in age either. And yeah, I see and a lot of what is going on. Trust me, I understand it, and create narrative. Nevertheless, we get to Mia, and Andy says, I'm gonna say to you what I said to her last season. You are a disaster on social media. And then there was one post where she pretty much said she had a social media manager, and that person has been let go because of everything that has been put out. This is very Jen Shaw, very, very much of that. Same exact thing. And here's the reality. Well, first and foremost, you need to be very aware of who you hire and who represents you. I'm gonna take y'all back down memory lane. We gonna go off on the detour because I feel like talking right now. For those who remember watching Making the Band when we had Danity Kane, Diddy had put in, I want to say, I guess you could say a hen mother or someone to be there to take care of them. This particular person, I'm not sure if he was vetted the way that he should have been, because on the show he is sitting here talking cash money like, I speak for Diddy, this, that, and third, blah, 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 blah. When the women went to Diddy, he was gone quick, fast, in a hurry. But you have to be very aware of who you're putting out there representing you. And if you have a social media manager, you probably should be checking your social media to see what is going on to make sure. But you should also give them guidance of this is what you need to be posting. Because let's keep it all the way 100. What she should have, if she had a social media manager, it should have been promoting everything regarding her businesses. And if she is addressing the show, do it in such a way where it's just, I'm being very matter of fact about things, but I'm not coming at anyone. Because again, this can affect your businesses, your behavior. Your behavior. Oh my gosh, me is a pathological liar. I'm truly convinced. Because she admitted to some of the Twitter posting. Nah, baby girl, you posted that. And then even with the social media manager, they're asking, so why is this person up at 7 o'clock in the morning posting about us? I'm not gonna get on nobody about what time they wake up. Again, y'all know me, military, 11 years. I'm used to waking up early, so I can't really get on nobody for that. And you got some people that are morning people, some people that are afternoon, night people, whatever it is. So I ain't with nobody for that. But yeah, that is kind of crazy. And a scholar even pulled out. Now look, people come with receipts. She pulled out a stack of papers, printouts of all these different tweets, and then Mia's going through. She's like, "Yeah, I posted that one." Now, Candace had mentioned with the whole social media manager, like, "Well, I was blocked," and Mia's like, "Oh, you were? I didn't know." I'm sorry, that was a quick clear. I don't see it for me, but I'm sorry, Candace. She got you right there. She got you right there. So now we have the Giselle and Karen package. Not finna be on here too long. Really not. The whole fiery box thing got that from the blogs. You have Doobie Wig, aka Robin Dixon, saying, well, when that was brought up, you saw how Giselle just brushed it off, and she's pretty much talking to Wendy. But then Wendy was like, but didn't you also say we shouldn't police how people respond? Girl, bye. I'm just like, it is crazy how Wendy is literally just zinger, zinger, zinger. And I feel this part of the reunion, as of right now, because I am only 18 minutes in, and and I'm at 13 minutes of a review. Whew. But she's responding, and she apologized to Hampton University. She did, mean that she was, a whore. She got that from the blogs too. And let me see what else. I'm trying to make sure I'm not. And then the viewer asked, Wendy, if she found it hypocritical that Giselle was so upset about rumors about Jamal from the blogs, yet she was so, thirsty of spreading these rumors about Eddie. And you have Giselle saying that she didn't, but yes, you did. You didn't bring it to her, so yes, you did. So Giselle brings up how her oldest daughter, Grace, had said that Wendy looked at her cockeyed. Okay, cool, whatever. So what I'm going to say about this is, and people may not like this, don't put kids in grown folk situations. Period. Don't do that. And if you are an adult, or you like me, and I mean you just became a legal adult, like you just turned 18, and you're around people who are, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 decades older than you, okay, you're technically an adult, but you put yourself in a situation with somebody that is not within your generation, you get what the hell you get. So the fact that you let your mother, walk you out into that damn rainstorm, that ain't got nothing to do with her at all. Okay, look. I'm gonna keep it all on 1,000. Even me being when I was 20, 21, I stayed away from the grown folks. Okay, I'm an adult, they an adult, but they grown. I stayed away from them. I let them have their conversation. Even now at 30, I be forgetting. Look, I be forgetting how old I am now. Yeah, 34. I'll be 35 next month. Even at 34, I'll be amongst the grown folks. But it'll get to me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave so y'all can go ahead and do what grown folks do and talk the shit that y'all talk. Let me excuse myself. But if I get caught up in some shit, well, fuck it. I shouldn't have fucking been there. That's just it. Like, we doing too much. But Wendy apologizes to Grace, and she says to what's that girl name? Giselle. When the time comes, I hope you can apologize to my children because they're gonna be able to watch this back and see everything that was said about my husband and about my family. And we also talk about the verbal spat that happened at episode 1, I believe it was. Firebox, Sing Sing, all the other stuff. And you even had Candace saying, do you not see this being an example? And then you have Jizzy talking about, oh, well, we weren't trying to fight each other physically. When I tell you the gaslighting. And I'm also going to say the colorism. It's there. It is there. And we need some more chocolate on this dang on show. We need some more deep browns. Okay, we don't. I'm just saying because this is crazy. This is crazy. So one, I am so upset because I accidentally hit the stop recording button. So now I gotta splice these videos together, so it's not gonna be up as fast as I would like for it to be. I'm adjusting it in the video. All right. We have the Ashley package. I'm not really going too deep into the Ashley package. If something pops out, which two things did, but other than that, like if something pops out, cool. If that, I'm not talking about it because I don't care. But with the whole body shaming thing, I'm glad that there was a follow question to the whole. Well, not follow question, but someone fan making the comment of, so did your husband body shame you? And she was like, well, no, that's different and all this other stuff, which is not. But I find it to be funny that Robin was trying to interject. Now, Robin did make a good point with the whole wide body thing and the postpartum, all this other stuff, that she said it because she knew where it would hurt, which that's the purpose of coming at somebody. Like, okay, if I know that I can make a jab and it's going to touch you in your spirit, I'm going to say it. That's why people can always make a man comment towards Giselle because obviously that is a sore spot for her. Okay, she ain't been the same since Sherman left. We just gotta keep it 1,000. But what was funny is Candace was still looking and talking to Giselle, ignoring the hell out of Robin. I holler. Because that's what you do to make somebody irrelevant. You just don't even let them talk, but don't pay them no mind. And if what they saying ain't landed, might not come back next season. I ain't trying to take no money out of nobody's pocket, but I'm just saying. So colorism is about to come up. So if you're triggered, leave now. I mean, you don't have to. I don't really give two shakes to the wind. I'm just saying. But Candace is being asked about some of the things that she says towards Ashley, and Ashley feels as if when Candace has a baby that she will be remorseful, apologize, this, that, and the third. And she says it's going to be humbling. I do believe that partially. Because what tends to happen is you have people that they never get it until they're in that situation. Does that mean that you can't have empathy for someone? No. But it just is what it is. And Candace even made a point like, okay, well, look, she done sat here and talked about my hair being dry. And as a dark skinned, African American woman, yeah, I could have taken offense to it, but I didn't. And then Ashley, okay, but, we all have that. And Candace said, you have a looser curl, a looser texture. And you pretty much just said there's a privilege that's come with that. And look, y'all, let's keep it all the way 1,000. First and foremost, I'm surprised that we're actually bringing up colorism. So, yeah, I know the panel's going to... I can't wait to listen to Terry's review. But I know that this is going to be a topic and an issue. And I know some people are not going to be happy that we have to go down this road. But let's be very, very honest. If you are if you are a lighter hue African American, if you're mixed with something else, yes, your texture of hair is going to be different. It's not going to require you most of the time to have to go through everything that those with that are of a darker hue that have 4C4 the four types because I'm just saying you won't understand it. You don't know the struggle, and you're not going to know the struggle. And when it comes to wearing your hair naturally, especially in a professional setting, you're not going to be looked at too crazy because of how loose of a texture your hair is compared to someone who has a coarser texture of hair. Just saying. So I can't wait to see what Ashley has to say because I think Ashley's going to be upset because she wants to address this right here, right now. So Ashley says that she's not going to deny that light skin and white privilege exists, especially especially in society, you know. So, and she's like, I can't help being a biracial child, which you're really not defending your point. It's just, and Kendall's like, I can't, do anything about me being a dark skinned African American woman with 4C type hair. Can't do anything. Like, it's like, you can't do it. You sort of kind of can, but still acknowledging that it exists. And when he asked her, okay, so does it exist in this group? She was like, and Ashley's like, no. She was like, so if it exists in this society, why is it that it can't and doesn't exist within this group? Ashley feels that it's projection. So Ashley brings up the whole slave thing and saying that you call me a slave. And of course, you have Robin also jumping in to defend it. Now, I will say for the most part, Mia has been hushed for a lot of this, so I'm going to give her kudos. But again, all the other light skinned women have been, well, in this particular instance, like I said, Mia hasn't, but in general, they've been jumping in this whole entire time on Candace. Now, Candace said, I didn't call you a slave. And then you have Robin that was like, well, you did at the dinner. And they were all drinking, so literally Candace was just going with it. But she said 2 years ago, I tweeted that he was an overseer. You said the word slave, and I just went with it. And it was slave drivers. But this is one of those things where you have someone that is taking something. And here's the reality. I'm pretty sure Ashley knew exactly what the tweet was. But what she decided to do is switch the word from overseer to slave driver. That was intentional. And we could sit here and we can argue on semantics of whether or not that is the same exact thing. I ain't got it to do. Nevertheless, that is what happened. So, and Candace said, find your moment somewhere else. I just wish that Candace would have said that and not said nothing else to her. And now I'm about to press play because she's like, she holds grudges, but she doesn't want to cry. Damn it, Candace, you and this crying is about to piss me off. Yeah. Hopefully I remember everything I'm about to say because Robin is pissing me off right now. She really is. The reason that Candace is crying is because she's upset at the character statement that was written. Ashley saying that she didn't do it to hurt her. But Ashley clearly is saying, I don't care how she feels about what it is that I did. So there's that. There is that. And Andy brings up that they just hung out. She not that long ago. She was like, I can put things to the side. Ashley's a fun girl. Never said that she wasn't a fun girl. And a lot of this is compartmentalizing things. But here's something that people have to understand, especially when you're dealing with family, friends, associates, whatever the case may be, because these women, they work together. And you got to kind of figure out how you're going to move through things. But the reality is this, and here's something that people need to understand. This is some life stuff for y'all, huh? So I hope y'all listening. You can cut somebody. They can heal from it. But there might still be internal damage from the cut. There might be some scar tissue. And even if there isn't, there still is a visible scar. So when you do something to someone, you leave a scar there. So they might be able to forgive you, which Candace says she can't forgive, which is fine. I ain't even mad at her for that. I ain't mad. But even if you can forgive, you can't always forget because the scar is always going to be there. There's always going to be that reminder of what you did to that person. So even if she can put it to the side, there's always that I'ma do this, but I can't forget that you stabbed me, so long ago. And Candace is upset that Ashley and Karen are both still friends with Monique. She's entitled to feel that way. But I don't like how Robin is saying, did you hear? Hold on, wait. Let me get what she said. Hold on, I'll be right back. So that's what it was. Doobie Wig saying that she regrets that you were hurt. Why and why do you have to speak for her? Why is it that every time the seat get too hot for somebody, one of the light skinned women, damn, I'm gonna just say one of the light skinned women, you have another light skinned woman on the couch having to come in and interpret what somebody is saying, or can that person not speak for themselves? And the reality is, and look, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. I'm not one to really apologize because if I said some stuff, I'm that person to be like, look, the fact that your feelings and this is kind of what she's saying. The fact that your feelings will hurt, you know what? Hey, I feel bad about that, but I don't take back what I said because back then I said what it was that I said. Now today I may not feel that way. Sure. Translated to which language? Siri, you don't shut your ass up. Then baby, lose my whole train of thought. Whatever, it don't matter. So now we're back with Wendy and her whole body transformation. Andy had even mentioned that, he thought things might have been off. Like, so can she not be asked? She was like, no, you can. But it's the manner in which you ask, which is facts. Like, you can, not anything, you can ask damn near anybody anything. Almost. But it's the delivery, it's the tone, and it's how you're going at it. And she was just like, that it wasn't afforded to me. And you have Robin saying, well, that's what we did at dinner. But here's the thing. Some of these conversations, if you and Giselle felt that way, you and Giselle should have went to Wendy, not brought it up amongst the other women, and now you got them involved, and now it's a bigger thing. Again, never mind. I'm gonna try to be nice. So we're talking about candles, and Wendy was asked about, um, if they were out. She was like, it will be by the time this airs, which they actually were out before the reunion actually aired. So kudos to her for that, for being on there. Andy brings up that you would think that they would have already been out beforehand, seeing as to how you had, but he said weeks. So that lets you know like how condensed this was. I guess maybe he meant months. He might have actually meant weeks. But typically, granted, the panorama has made things differently, but typically they shoot the season unless you're Atlanta and you're still shooting as it's airing. They're only showing the first half of the season. Nevertheless, you do have months before you get to the reunion, so meh, whatever. And then he brings up Ladama. She and Ken, not Karen. Karen was like, I said a while ago that we were going to be expanding to this, and they showed the clip of her saying it. So now, so it is what it is. It's out there. She said it. We might not have heard it, but she said it. We might have heard it. I don't remember. I don't remember every little thing. I don't. And then Mia's candles were brought up and how she was so quick to get it out. But here's one thing that I will say. She had the financial backing to do so. To get it out as quickly as she did. When you have, I hate to say it, but when you got the coins, how as Rocks does it, yeah, you can get the stuff out fairly quickly. So, and hey, look, she said best revenge you'll pay. But okay, quote Bianca. Okay, I hear you. Oh, and also Wendy's candle line has a 5 and 7 with candles. So boom shacky lacky. So now we get to the rumor about Eddie, and Wendy pretty much just like maybe hundreds of people read the blog. Now, I'm going to say this, though I didn't read it, that was shade. That was shade. But to her point, whether it be 100 or 1,000, there are millions of people that watch this show. So, and Andy even, said, okay, kind of giving validity to it, and you're giving a stage to something that if you don't believe it to be true, yet you bring it up on the show, you're giving life to it, regardless how you look at it. You have Giselle trying to say, well, I've had rumors out there about me, so as Ashley, we know how it is. So I just wanted to check on her to make sure she's okay, to see how to navigate through it. But again, you brought it to the show. And y'all saw this before y'all started recording. So you could have went to her in private, but you did it because you wanted to wait to bring it up on camera because you didn't really have a storyline. Come on now, let's be honest. And then pretty much it just ends with Wendy, saying like, That's not what it was. And the fact that you even went so far as to say that I changed up my body for a man is rooted in misogyny. And you had a tummy tuck. Did you keep your ball? I'm just mad why they left off with that, but we know why they did. Because if I haven't watched What's to Come, but I'm pretty sure part four, either, well, I'm about to see it. I might be wrong, but I think part four is going to be Nicki Minaj. And we're just going to end off with everything else. Or they could bring out Nicki next episode and then we end with Andy. That probably makes more sense. We'll see. But that's all I have. This is a long enough video. Now I got to splice it. Boo hoo hoo. But thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for all the content coming this week. I love you all. Talk to you later. Peace out.